Now, next is something that I am actually kind of amazed that Disney has sat on for so long, but I'm not going to complain about getting a new one, and that is Disney is supposedly working on a new Rocketeer movie almost 30 years after the original, which they didn't specify if this will be like a sequel or reboot, but it will potentially be produced by David Oyelowo and may even star him as a Tuskegee airman that basically gets the suit and becomes a new Rocketeer. I actually have a soft spot for the original Rocketeer. I watched it for the first time during quarantine, I believe, and while watching it, I could absolutely see why Marvel picked Joe Johnston to do the first Captain America movie, because this feels so much like that first Captain America movie. A generic, good-looking white dude in the army becomes a superhero somehow. It's not quite the same, but it has very much the tone and fun of the first Captain America. For better or for worse, they have about the same flaws in terms of its cheesiness levels, but I actually kind of really enjoyed The Rocketeer, and I've seen such a huge cult following with this movie for a while now that I'm actually surprised Disney never did anything with it sooner. Like I said, the last and the original Rocketeer was over 30 years ago. I'm really surprised Disney hasn't touched it. Like that period there when they did like the Tron Legacy era, when they're like, let's go back and do some other stuff. Like they didn't do anything that time. Well, maybe it's because during the Tron Legacy era, they had a lot of high profile live action movies that didn't do so well. John Carter, Prince of Persia. Both of you are great and I love you both. But maybe Disney was worried then. I think the concept is really, really strong for the Rocketeer. Mm-hmm. And I think setting it later in history, I think could be really, really fascinating. And also having a character of a different cultural background could bring a whole different aspect to it. I think that could be a lot of fun. I really like David Oyelowo in the roles that I've seen him in. He just has a really great presence. So mark me as interested and more just shocked that Disney hasn't jumped on this sooner. Josh, did you ever see the original Rocketeer?
No. No, I haven't. But I'm not like avoiding it or anything. I just haven't had that kind of opportunity to watch it. But like I'm aware of its classic status, and I'm aware of like how much it's influenced modern cinema. So it's like it is kind of surprising that Disney hasn't touched it at all, like at all. But maybe that's because they've had Captain America for a little bit, so now they need to do something else, I guess. I don't know.
If they didn't turn it into a movie, I would have thought this would have been perfect for like a Disney XD animated series. Before Disney owned Marvel, it'd be like, well, we've still got the rights to the Rocketeer. Why don't we do a Rocketeer animated series or something like that? So basically, for those that don't know, the Rocketeer is a just average, ordinary guy that gets some special technology that lets him have a jetpack, basically. And this is back in like World War II era. So nowadays it'd be very, very outdated tech. It'd be like, so he's discount Iron Man. But in the era that he's set, he's kind of like a steampunk Iron Man with just a jetpack, which always kind of made me go, how does he not burn his butt off? But whatever.
Don't ask questions. Just watch.
Yeah, just and watch and enjoy. They even had Timothy Dalton as the villain, which was interesting to say the least, as a Nazi actor. So just an actor. I'm just kidding. That got dark.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
That got real
All
dark.
right, buddy.
I'm sorry to actors, because we know they listen to our show.
Yeah.
But
we're a pretty prestigious show. Hey, we're almost at 500, though. 500 subscribers. We're super close.
At the time of recording, we're 15 away. So
dang, look at
15
us.
away. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because you love us, or even if you hate us, please subscribe. I also think just this should
subscribe
work.
to hear our terrible opinions.
Yeah. Well, my great opinions, Josh's terrible opinions.
Okay, look. Who called Blue Beetle and Static Shock? Anyway,
we'll get there. We will get there, my friend. The last thing about Rocketeer is I just love his design. I like the jacket. I like the helmet. More than anything, I feel like I've seen so much artwork and fan art of the Rocketeer over time that I'm like, Disney, in all of your merchandising power, merchandise this, please. If you had a
Yeah.
Rocketeer shirt, I would probably buy it. I enjoyed the first one enough. It has kind of the vibes of. Did you ever see the Chris O'Donnell Three Musketeers movie with Charlie Sheen and Kiefer Sutherland? It feels very of that era.
I did. Yeah.
It feels
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
of that time period, of that kind of like
Hmm.
cheesy, family friendly fun. But I enjoy Three Musketeers quite a bit, and I enjoyed this quite a bit. You kind of have to go in knowing it's kind of that expectation. So
Yeah.
I'd say
I.
for
hmm.
people that haven't, to check it out. It's good.
I definitely get like Firefly vibes a little bit from it.
No, I think you'd enjoy
It's
this
not.
more.
Yeah. Shout out to Firefly for being the show that everybody wants except for Josh.
No,
Speaking of
when
shows
when
that
Josh
Josh
is
refuses to watch.
when Josh is done with Friends, he's gonna watch Firefly.
Stop! No,
You've
don't.
opened the floodgates, man. You've opened the
You know
floodgates.
what? You know what? I'm saying it now. If we get to 500 subscribers, I will watch Firefly. Even though I've seen like a few episodes and I
Or
just didn't like it,
you could
I
watch
will
something else
watch Firefly.
instead.